Okay, after you click open, then it will show you this interface in your GitHub desktop. Your current repository will be git-workshop. Correct? Everyone? Is it showing this repository? Yes, you have to clone it. Make it bigger. Okay, sure. Too big. The font. Yeah, I think maybe projector can help. Yeah, I want your GitHub desktop to show this git-workshop repository. Everyone in? All good, huh? Okay, so same thing. Open in Visual Studio Code. Then right-click this index.html. Right-click. Then you click the copy path. Right-click and then click copy path for index.html. Okay, copy path. Online, any question? No? Okay, then you go back to your browser, new tab. New tab. Okay, let me repeat that. GitHub desktop. Check that your repository, your current repository is git-workshop. No more GDSC in front. And then open in Notepad++ or VS Code. And then your editor will show up. Go to index.html, right? Right click, copy path. And then we go to our browser. Browser, open a new tab, this plus sign. And then we paste our path here. Is the website showing up? Is the website showing up? Everyone can see this very ugly site? Okay, good. Online? Okay, so this one is actually this this Git workshop is actually your first ever clone repository from online. One more milestone. Then yeah, this is basically how you can copy other students' FYP on your desktop and then have it working on your local. So you can see that this one is possibly other people's FYP. Yeah, sure. I will show it again. So you go to GitHub desktop, open in VS Code or Notepad++. You click open, then it will show up index.html. Okay, index.html. Double click or right click this copy path. And then we go to browser. We just paste. Control V, or you can right click your search bar and then this paste. After pasting, click return, then this should show up. Cool. Then we move on to our next agenda, create feature branch. Okay, up till now everyone can follow. Good, huh? Online? Yeah. So I will demonstrate it now. What is a feature branch? So you go to GitHub desktop again. Then you see this current branch is main. Click on this button. And then you will see this pull request branches. You make sure you are in the branches tab. Then you will see a new branch here. Then you click new branch, click. This pop-up will show up, and then it asks create a branch. What is the name for the branch? So you type feature, then create branch. Let me repeat. So you go back to your GitHub desktop. It will show current branch is main. You just click main, new branch, feature, then create branch. All right, then you are in your feature branch. So now, since you are already in your feature branch, what is the difference? Currently, there is no difference because every new branch will base on our master branch, our main branch by default, unless you set it otherwise. But we will not go into that detail today. We'll just base it on the master branch, the main branch first. Yeah, you can just click fork your report. Yes, a cert will be provided later. It will be broadcasted to your email. So if GitHub asks you to fork the repository, just enable it. Just do it. Fork the branch. Fork the report. Okay. Then you'll see feature branch is up here. Right? What is the difference? Open in VS Code. Your editor show up, right? Then I want you to change this line. Git is cool. Git is super cool. Okay. Then file, save. What to do now? Go back to your browser and then refresh. You see the change? Is your Git super cool now? Fork the repo means that sometimes if you want to create a feature branch, but you are not the owner of the repository, so GitHub will help you to clone the exactly same repo, but in your own access, in your own account, and then an exactly similar repository will appear in your account as well. So it will not touch the original owner kind of items and content. You will not distract others. It is conceptually the same, but a bit different. Yeah. So we'll get back to that later. Let me continue the workshop first. So everyone can see that Git is super cool now. So one question, anyone's Git is still only cool? No? All updated already? Yeah. Then another magic. Okay. You just commit to feature first. Commit to feature. Click the button commit to feature. After committing to feature, your button will gray out and it will become a lighter blue. Then I want you to click the button, the branch button again. This time we are not creating a new branch. We are clicking the main branch. Change it back to main branch now. Okay, it shows up that current branch is main, right? Then I want you to go back to your browser and then refresh. Now Git become cool again, not super cool. So what I want to bring out, what is the objective of this agenda is that this showcase a perfect example where multiple teams can work on different part of your web development or website or application. Everyone working on the different part, and then you can see that, okay, just now we have created a branch namingly feature, and then now we are in the master branch, the main branch, but the content is showing differently, right? So if we brought that into our real life application, team A can work on feature, and then other team can work on another feature. Team A might want to change the title to Git is super cool, and then team B want to change to add GDSC Malaysia. We don't know. So with Git, we can correctly control the version differently and independently without disrupting others. That's how a company can set up their web development team easily without bringing disruption to another functions, right? Yeah. So that is basically the example for Git commit, Git feature branch. So anyone still unclear of what a feature branch is? A feature branch enables you to work parallel and uninterruptedly. Yeah. Cool. Next agenda, merge branch. So how do we merge branch? Go back to, okay. You click this current branch, main, right? Current branch is main. Then below that, it shows a button. Choose a branch to merge into main, right? Correct? Then you click this. Let me repeat. Current branch, you click this. And then choose a branch to merge into main. Click this. You click the feature branch that you have created just now. And then create a merge commit. Click this. So what happens? We go back to our browser to check what happens. Refresh. Git is now super cool again. What happens? Looks confusing, right? Originally, our master branch is only showing Git is cool. But now after merging, it shows Git is super cool. Then I will introduce you another function of Git, which is history. So in the introduction just now, we know that Git history enables us to check who fucked up our repository, right? So you can check it here. Yeah, this commit is actually a clone of what you have done in your feature branch, just that you have merged it together. What Git will do is that it will create a lot of snapshots at different points, which we call commits, and then we merge it together. So it will show this. Our previous commit in feature branch shows up in the main branch, right? This is what merging will do. So yeah, a real life example would be updating your app. When you receive a notification from Facebook in Play Store asking you to update your Facebook app, that basically is some Facebook app developer have already merged a branch and they push the update to you. So in your mobile app, the Play Store, you pull their latest change and then you merge it locally. That is what happens behind. Yeah. And then you can get the latest Instagram cool note function on your app. Yeah. That is basically how software development work in the background. It all comes from Git. So yeah, I find it really very funny when university didn't even teach about Git, when we can't even get a job without Git. Okay, so next agenda, merge conflict. It's becoming more difficult now. Okay, I want you to create a new branch, another new branch. You say feature B. If you forgot how to create a new branch, you just click current branch button, new branch, feature B. Okay, let's create the branch. Created successfully. Okay, then we go back to the changes tab here. We are previously in the history tab, so we go back to changes. Open in Visual Studio Code shows up again. Then we click this. Your editor will show up again. Either Visual Studio Code or Notepad++. All right. Then I want you to change super to ultra. Done? Okay. Then we go back to the browser. We reload. Ultra is showing now. Correct? Is Ultra showing now on your side? Okay. Then we commit to feature B. Let's commit. Able to follow? Okay. One more branch. Click the new branch again. Just now we have already committed to feature B, right? Our button already gray out. So now I want you to create another branch, feature C. Remember, it should based on main. Don't change the setting. Let it be. Then create branch. Okay, I repeat. current branch is feature B. Then we click the button, new branch, feature C, create branch. Then we open in VS Code or Notepad++ again. Click this. You notice the difference. Now it becomes super cool again. No longer the ultra. Why the ultra is not showing here? Anyone can explain it to all the audience? Because we based on what branch just now? Yeah, main is what? Okay, good. So main is super. Then feature C is based on main branch. So we just pick whatever is in the main branch and then copy it, move to the feature C branch. So it shows super cool here instead of the ultra. Ultra is in feature B, correct? Now we change it to Git is max cool. Okay, Git is max cool now. Then we go back to GitHub desktop. Commit to feature C. Click the commit. Don't worry, just click. Everyone up to progress? Online, any question? Let me check the online people. Okay. Good, clear. Then we go back to GitHub desktop. Just now, when we want the feature branch changes to show up in our main branch, what we do? Can anyone remind me of that? What is the function that we have went through? Merge, correct. Very good. Merge. So now, if you want to merge feature C with feature B, what we do? We go to current branch button, we click this, and then choose a branch to merge into feature C, right? Okay, we click this, merge. We click feature B. What happens? Conflict, right? They're showing a warning sign here, right? If the warning sign doesn't show up, then that means you are not following correctly. Okay, we just click create a merge commit. Never mind. Let's see how it goes. Okay, then we open in Visual Studio Code. One conflicted file. Open it. Do you see this green line and blue line? Or if you are using Notepad++, you should only see hit and then feature B, right? So why this happens? This happens when in a real life where two teams are working together, maybe on the home page. On the home page, they are using the same file, index.html. But when two teams are editing the same thing, there might be a conflict where Team A project manager asks them to change Git to become max cool, and feature B, Team B project manager ask them to change it to Git is ultra cool. So conflict happens when we have two changes coming together in the same place. But Git handles it very well. It will show you that current change is max cool. But if you want to merge feature B into feature C, there will be a conflict coming from feature B that Git is ultra cool. So what we do now, we will let project manager B and C communicate and ask them which one you actually want. Then we come out with agreement that we should change it to ultra max cool. What I have done. So you can just click accept current change or accept incoming change. It won't matter. For now, it won't matter. Just click any, and then make it ultra max cool. Right? Okay. Yeah. Then you can go back to your GitHub desktop. Anyone lost track? Is your editor showing Git is ultra max cool now? Yeah. Okay. How to find the editor is that in feature C, you want to merge with feature B, right? So you just click, choose a branch to merge. You choose feature B. Then it shows a conflict. Never mind, just create a merge commit like before. We click create, and then it shows unconflicted file, index.html. Then it should show an option for you to open in VS Code or Notepad++. Correct? Yeah, you just click that, and then accept current or accept incoming. Then edit the outcome to it is ultra max cool. Because after resolving the conflict, project manager B and project manager C decided that they actually want ultra max to be updated there. So we just follow what project manager asks us to do. Then we go back to GitHub desktop. You can see that, oh, a green tick, all conflicted files have been resolved. So what happens now? You have resolved the first ever conflict in your Git career life. No clap for this. Wow. Yeah. Resolving conflict is very easy. So you just communicate within your team and then work things out, decide which one to change, which one is actually outdated, which one you want to be in the final branch. Then continue merge. Then you can see successfully merge feature B into feature C. Okay. Then go back to browser, refresh. What happens? Anyone can tell me what happens in your browser? Ultra max cool. Yeah, it's ultra max cool now. So we check off one more merge conflict, right? I'll delete this because I think you all performed really well during the merge conflict step. I'm expecting more chaos than just now. So I prepared two merge conflict exercises. Looks like it doesn't necessary now. Yeah. No conflict? What do you mean no conflict? Okay, I will get back to you personally after that. That means you are not following correctly. Okay, never mind. Then the last boss in this workshop, rebase. Just now when we create a feature branch, it says create a branch based on main or feature branch, right? So that one is basing. Rebase is different. Okay, now our feature C is all good already. Then we go back to main branch. Okay, we go back to main branch. And then now, in real life, we are not waiting anyone to merge into main before we start our work. We are not waiting for anyone. We want to move fast with Git. So now, another feature D, come. And we want to start developing it. New branch, feature D. You're already familiar with how to create branch, right? So create a feature D branch for me. What question? Yeah, you need to vote within your team to resolve the conflict. Just talk to your project manager regarding that. Yeah, feature D, right? Create branch. Have you created feature D? Okay, feature D done created. Then we go back to main branch. We are simulating a real life example in a company setup that we are not waiting for anyone, and then we can have multiple progress going on. Now, I want to merge feature C into my main branch already. I want it to be ultra max cool. So I choose a branch to merge into main. You still remember which branch is done already? Feature C, feature B, feature A. Bro, feature C is max cool. We want our main branch to be max cool. That or you can actually see the last changes. The last changes is 4 minutes ago. That means this is the latest one, the most updated one. We want this. So we merge feature C into main branch. Create. Okay. Then let's check our browser. Okay. Where my stuff go? Yeah, here. Our primary school is our main branch. Updated already. So now we go back to feature D. It's starting to get a bit complex now, but I hope you guys can follow. Yeah, feature D. Go to feature D by selecting current branch button, feature D. Can follow? In your feature D already? Okay. Then I want you to download a GitHub logo online. GitHub logo, and then save image as GitHub. Okay, downloaded. Just Google search GitHub logo, and then it shows up here. You click this, click the first one, and then you right click, save image as, change the name. Remember to change the name, save as GitHub. Okay, then you click save. Now we go back to our Visual Studio Code. Then I want you to drag the GitHub logo that you have downloaded just now into this folder. Okay, you can just do it like how you move file around using Mac OS or Windows. Is the same. You can just drag it in or copy and paste it any way you like. Okay. Anyone lost track? See the GitHub logo already? I'll give a little bit more time for that. Meanwhile, I will check the online people. Yeah, you see the rebase option. We will wait a bit for that. Wait for everyone. See the GitHub logo already? Make sure the file name is github.png or GPG. It's all good. Okay? It's in your repo already. Anyone lost track can raise your hand so that I can see you. All good, huh? Okay. So what we do now, rename, we copy this name. Copy, Control C. And then we go back to index.html. We change this image src to github.png. Then we also change this to GitHub logo. Okay? What we change is this line. So you can follow my change here. It's highlighted. The red one is before, the green one is after. I changed GDSC.png to GitHub.png. Okay? All good? Then go back to browser. Refresh your web page. Did it show GitHub logo already? Anyone not showing GitHub logo? Good, huh? Okay. Then here is when rebase come in. Before that, we commit to feature B first. So you select two files. You select all files here. Click this, toggle this. Then you just simply write update. Write the commit message, update. Okay, commit. You should see update in your history with index.html and github.png. Okay, I'll restart the whole process. So in the changes tab, you should see github.png and index.html. Then the summary bracket required, you need to fill it up with update. Okay? Then you commit. Then you check your history, whether it's up or not. If it is up, no need to push first. Yeah. Okay, I assume everyone is all good, huh? Online? Okay, no question online. So, anyone notice what conflict we might have for feature D if we want to merge it into master branch, main branch? Sorry? The super cool thing, right? Because feature D is outdated. We created feature D branch before master merge with feature C, right? So that makes our super cool still appearing in feature D. It's very normal in real life where we don't wait for anyone. We create our feature branch in parallel when it is needed. when we are asked to do, when we are asked to start, we just start. We don't ask question. So now we have a problem to solve. If I want my main branch thing to be updated in my feature D history correctly, what I should do? That is when rebase come in. So rebase means before this, we are basing on these two changes, these three changes in our main branch. But now actually our main branch history got these two, right? So we want a good looking history. We don't want very messy history. What we do? Feature D, choose a branch to merge into feature D. Okay, slow down. Don't click anything first. Just follow me. Feature D, choose a branch to merge into feature D. And then select main branch. Don't click create a merge commit. Don't click. Then you see this option, rebase. Okay, let me restart. Slowly. Feature D. Then we select feature D. Choose a branch to merge into feature D. Click. Select main branch. Don't click the main button. Click the side button. Rebase. This will update feature D by applying its one commit on top of main. Cool, right? Rebase. Still got conflict. So we'll just open in Visual Studio Code like before. What happens? Everyone can see this conflict? Can you see this conflict this time? Yeah, open in VS Code or Notepad++. We see 4 lines, 4 repetitive lines. So same like before, we just accept current change or accept incoming change. Anyone? And then change this to ultra max. Then make sure your github.png remain as github.png, GitHub logo, not GDSC logo, And then the H1 tag is showing Git is ultra max cool. Okay? Everything showing correctly? Questions? No question? Wow. You guys are smarter than me when I first learned Git. So go back to GitHub desktop. Still lost, never mind. I can get back to you later. Okay, once you make sure that your H1 is showing Git is ultra max cool, and then your GitHub PNG is showing in the image tag, you can go back to GitHub desktop. All conflicted files have been resolved. Continue rebase. Click this. Click. Yeah, so now our history becomes clean in a linear form. You can see that these few commits are coming from the main branch, and then only this is coming from feature D. Right? The history tree is very clean now. It's in a straightforward timeline. Nothing is broke. Everything following timeline. Okay? Then reload. Git is ultra max cool with the GitHub logo. Cool. So now you have completed your first ever Git rebase. the last boss of the day. I believe someone might lost track. Never mind. It's all good because it's your first time learning Git. But after you have got home, I actually won't encourage you to watch back this recording. Instead, go watch some shorter tutorials on YouTube so that you don't have to spend your whole day here. Okay? Like if you starting to lose track for rebase part, you just YouTube look for Git rebase and then take the 5 minutes tutorial. Everything is good. Okay? Yeah. So final step. Go back to main branch. Final already. Come on. Main branch. Choose a branch to merge into main. Feature D, 8 minutes ago. We are looking for the latest branch. Create a merge commit. Let's go. Okay. So now in your main branch, it is showing Git is Ultramax cool with GitHub logo, everything showing correctly. And it checks off all our agenda for hands-on. Remaining 20 minutes for very basic stuff. And then we can move into Q&A and we can go home. Okay? So before we move into next part, I want to answer any unclear questions first. Anyone have questions regarding hands-on part? Okay, one question online is a very good question. What is the difference of merge and rebase? I can't actually tell the difference. Okay. So for merge and rebase, it's different in a way that merge, you just merge whatever is different from another branch on top of your current history. So let's say if I want to merge feature branch with feature D. Okay, I just merge, create a merge commit. Then everything will just show up on top. But you remember just now in feature D, when we rebase, we actually already commit this update before having this tree history. So it jumps from this history to this history. If we do a merge here, these three histories will appear on top of this latest update. So in this way, the history timeline is not correct already. The sequence is not correct. We can't determine what changes is made on what time. So it's going to be confusing for your teammates where they won't understand why I make changes 1 hour ago, but it shows up 1 hour later. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So if feature B is released first, then you get a notification in your App Store. But before feature B is released, feature C is already starting to develop before feature B merge. So when feature C wants to merge into your main branch, you have to rebase. You have to rebase with the changes that feature B has made to your main branch so that the timeline is correct. Yeah, maybe I can show an illustration to better explain. That's what we are going to talk about next, branching and merging. Yeah, so it's like this illustration. Master branch, your work, someone else's work. Then your work is merged into master in this area, right? So someone else's work actually started before your merge. What they do, they need to rebase so that their commit comes after yours. So the timeline is clear. It won't be like, okay, 2 changes of yours show up here, 1 changes of others show up here, and then your final changes show up in front of the other people. Then it will be very messy. Yeah. Understand? Maybe Sin Bun, Leon? Did I answer your question? Good. Okay. So I guess you guys are already an expert regarding branching and merging, since you already passed through that kind of hell exercise for a beginner. So yeah, I'm not lying around for turning beginner into boss in 2 hours. You guys are actually quite boss within your friends now, at least. So next slide. The problem with Git joke is that everyone has their own version. Okay, before we wrap up, I got 2 digital swags for you all. The first one is Git cheat sheet, and then the second one is Free Code Camp Git crash course. So the Git cheat sheet is teaching you all about Git commands, when to use what, how to use, why to use, how to avoid conflict. And then Free Code Camp is a YouTube tutorial. It's, I think, 1 hour plus. Then it's going to turn you from boss to ultra boss. Yeah. If you are interested in self-learning Git, I highly recommend Free Code Camp YouTube tutorial. I'll leave it for 2 minutes. The slide will also be shared later in our communication channel. Okay, we can start to wrap this up before 4 p.m. Can we still able to revert to the beginning main branch even after all the merging and rebase? Yes, definitely. I will show a quick demo. How? So in the main branch, I will just click it's a git commit. So this one is a bit out of our today's scope, but I will show you how we can do that. So I will normally copy this code for the git commit. Okay, copy sharp, and then okay, so this is how I revert all the way back to the original form. So I copy this sharp. This is the ID of your git commit. And then in the console, I do this. I go into the Git workshop directory first, and then I type in this command, git reset. Git reset is to reset your branch into whichever commit you like. And then this is the commit ID, the sharp. And then enter. You can get your repo clean back into the commit point that you want. One last thing before we end. It's a meme. So don't use WhatsApp or Discord or live server for your assignment anymore. Try using Git, because you have to remind yourself that without Git, you are not able to get a job even after you graduate with a degree cert. That is the reality. Yeah. Try to use Git for all your assignment related, like Java, Python. As long as it's relevant, try to use Git. It's free. And the thank you slide. Hopefully you put some changes today. Thanks for attending the workshop. Yeah, I really hope that everyone able to pull some changes today. Yes, Q&A. Common bad practices. Okay, so you notice that just now I asked you guys to simply write the commit message update. That one is a very bad practice. What we should do is write a proper Git commit message, like init. Init is for Git repository initialization, so we write init. I will show you one more link where I think is very useful. It's from FreeCodeCamp also, how to write a better Git commit messages. So you can just swipe all the way to this. The commit type can include the following. Feed is feature, when you add something. Fix, when you fix a bug. Chore, maybe when you update your dependency. Refactor, using different approach to do things. Hopefully a better way. Then docs is for documentation. Style is for styling. Test is definitely for adding some test cases. Performance for performance enhancement. CI is CI/CD related things that hopefully you guys can pick up in a few more workshops later. Then build is for system. Revert is to revert to a previous commit. These are all the common Git commit types that you should follow. Yeah. Let me think of more bad practices. Yeah, this one. Unprotected main branch is a very bad practices. You should always force a rule set to protect your default branch. So not anyone can simply push changes to your main branch. So you can see that in this branch, I restrict deletions, I require a pull request before merging, and then I block force pushes. And then for pull request, I require at least one approval from the owner. You should always protect your main branch. Why? Because if you don't protect your main branch, let's say you work in Facebook, then some intern from out of nowhere trying to edit the login page, and then he just disable the whole login mechanism, then push to main branch, unprotected main branch, and we have no Facebook app to use. Yeah, always. I'll show you what a project management will look like. So in a typical company setup, you have issues like this little stuff. So maybe title means that your project manager wants you to change a title of the web page. Then it shows description, change the title to blah 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 blah. Then always create a feature branch for each of these little issues, so that your Git commit history will look clear, uninterrupted, not messy. Everything is in their own feature branch. Don't try to include more than maybe let's say 10 changes in one commit. That is not good. Make it clear. try to break everything down into little parts that you can explain well in one-liner commit message. Yeah. Any more questions? Sorry? You can push to repo before you rebase. Then if you want to rebase later, then you have to revert your commit and then rebase and then push again. You can do whatever you want. That is how flexible Git can be. And it provides you option to revert to whatever point you want and do whatever you want. Okay, if you have classes to go or you want to go home to sleep, feel free to do now. Then we have a few stickers here, first come, first serve, but I need to reserve a few for some good students that asked questions just now. So yeah, feel free to take this here if you want to. AWS. Thanks everyone. Thanks for attending. Until next time.